Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Milty. I just wanted to jump into my thoughts on something I've thought about for a long time when it comes to Marathon. I think right now, Marathon has a quote unquote issue with being too hardcore. In my opinion, I don't think this is an issue at all. I believe games should be able to be what they want to be, and in some ways be inaccessible from a skill-based standpoint. I'm all about accessibility for to let people that are deaf be able to play, and things like that. Like I love that type of accessibility, but I do not believe we need to remove like difficulty philosophies from games in order to cater to other audiences. I think it's okay for some games to just not be for you if it's too hard, right? But I will say this. I do think the onboarding experience into Marathon, along with it being such a like hardcore experience compared to a game like Arc Raiders, makes it really difficult to have players stick with it. So I think one way we can improve that and improve like the ability for players to jump into the game, get into fights, and have no worries about anything, and kind of like learn gun mechanics, learn shell mechanics, and everything like that, is to introduce an arena mode. Now, I've seen people talk about adding something like team deathmatch and free for all and things like that as a way for players to just kind of hang out and play Marathon, which I think is a great idea. And I've talked about it at length before on stream, and I think it's something that would really benefit the game. But I think we can do it in a way that promotes not only more players, but longevity within that scene as well. And I think the way we do that is with Arena. And with Arena, we would have a casual mode and a ranked mode. Casual would offer team deathmatch, free for all, domination, king of the hill. You would have respawns. There would be no cost of entry. You can just queue up and play it. You would get a free blue tier sponsor kit of your choice from each faction, so you can try out different weapons. Obviously, you can use whatever shell you would want. But I do think it should remove the down but not out mechanic and just be a respawn mode. And you just go in, have fun, do whatever you want, goof around with weapons. There's no worries. There's nothing on the line, no stakes. And you can use it as a way to warm up and get, ready to go into the extraction mode or the ranked mode if ranked's available then, or go into cryo, just loosen up and everything like that. Or you can use it as a way to just blow off steam. I think either way works. And I think one way to incentivize people to play it is to give credits on wins or losses. Like give 300 credits for a win and 100 credits for a loss. It doesn't really matter. Those are like pennies, but if somebody just sits there and grinds it, at least they're grinding it for something, and it's just credits, so they still got to use those credits to, build gear from the armory and stuff like that, which the armory has its limits. So it kind of balances itself out in that way. But speaking of a grind, I also think that the arena should have a ranked mode. It should just be something that for those that don't want to be 100% all the time in the extraction mode, and you want to make this a world, I'm sure that Bungie does, a world and a platform that people stay in, because that is the goal of live service games, I think you need to add ranked to the arena mode as well. And this is how I would do it. The first thing I think needs to be reworked is holo tags. Holo tags right now just don't serve a good purpose. Yes, they have the separate ranks and it's a way to determine what rank you are, but the low and high ante system just doesn't work. Like, what's the point of the $3,000 low ante if I can bring in a kit worth 15,000 credits? All I do is bury those that are bringing in the bare minimum, and it doesn't feel good. I understand that you're trying to keep the spirit of the extraction shooter by allowing the come up to happen, but it just doesn't make sense here. In ranked, we want parity. And I think there's a way to achieve that parity with the holotag system. And as you can see on the screen now, all you do is you tie the rank to a loadout budget, and you add both a minimum and maximum loadout cost. When you do this, you create a tighter scale, you create parity within the rank, and you can still create that same sense of stakes where people care about the gear they're losing. Now, when it comes to the ranked mode itself, I do think it should be an attack defend mode that goes anywhere from 9 to 11 rounds. Something shorter than Counter-Strike, but something substantial that still feels like you're putting in that 30-minute timer into a ranked extraction run or a normal extraction run. And I still think it should use the loot that you find during the normal extraction mode, where you bring it in and it has to fit within the budget, and you use that to do the ranked arena experience. The only difference is that I don't think you should be able to bring in healing items. I think that should be provided by the mode, and it should be one stack of blue patch kits, one stack of blue shield chargers, one panacea kit, and one self revive. And the reason for this is that way Bungie can kind of control that meta and not have it become one of the issues that we see in the normal extraction mode right now, where people will stack, 3-4 self revives and then pick up more, and it's just a constant battle of beating the other team. But instead of going up and doing the finisher, you're constantly shooting them as they're down because you don't know if they have the self revive, or you see them pop it, and it's this endless loop that kind of just feels not great right now. And as far as when you win the arena match, I think there's only two ways really you can pick which one you think would be better, and you can let me know down in the comments, by the way, I appreciate it. Is either at the end you get put into a room if you win, and there are the bags of your enemies there, and you can go through and divvy up the loot however you see fit between you and your teammates, and then whatever's left gets turned into credits, and you get those credits towards your account when you leave the match. The second way would simply be that the losing team just loses their loot, but I think that takes away from the spirit of Marathon and what extraction shooters have built, and I think it should be like a divvy up process. I think obviously as you go up in rank, losing bigger amounts of loot and bigger kits is going to feel way worse, but at the same time, it should still be to the enemy's gain. But yeah, those are my thoughts on a way to bring arena into Marathon, bring a constructed PvP mode in that kind of keeps people in. And again, when the vibes are up and you're trying to get warmed up to go into cryo or ranked, or when the vibes are real down and that account's not looking too good, that vault's looking real bad, and you just want to go blow off some steam and play a little bit of PvP with no stakes. I think both work and both are healthy for the game, and I also think it's a way to bring in players that normally wouldn't play the genre but love the sandboxes that Bungie builds and the gunplay of Bungie. But feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, feel free to stop by the Twitch. I'm live almost every day. It's Milty the Great over there. I would love to talk to you guys more about this. I'm kind of waiting for the mid-season patch to jump back into Marathon. I haven't played in a few days, especially with like the way cheaters have been in in ranked and things like that. I've kind of just been chilling out. Again, if you guys want to talk about it, feel free to leave a comment below. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you later or live on my Twitch in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Peace.